Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Behavior here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And we're getting closer and closer, guys, to season 5, episode 1 of Insecure, the final season of this lovely, lovely show. If you could not tell from the title and thumbnail of this video, this is going to be talking about season 3. Yes, I am binge watching all of the seasons in preparation for the show, and it will contain spoilers. I'm pretty sure you've already seen it. It came out years ago. I'm late to the party, but it's all good. So I'm going to spoil this thing up, down, left, right, in and out. This is going to be like a really casual breakdown, review, reaction, analysis. I got a couple of pages of notes and stuff like that, so I'm gonna be looking down. This is gonna be real casual, so just sit back and enjoy yourself. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, you know I do have seasons 1 and seasons 2 recaps on my channel as well. You can go subscribe, like the videos, all that good stuff. And I originally did see season 1 and 2 when they first aired originally, but this season 3, 4, and 5 is completely new to me. But I am loving this show. I just love the character of Issa, and Molly is funny to me. Like this, like not just Molly, like the whole show is funny. Like I'm like laughing out loud. There was one part in season 3, I think it's episode 7, to where I was laughing out loud hysterically. I had to press pause and take a break because I was just laughing so hard. Yeah, I remember exactly what it was. I don't remember exactly what episode, but we're gonna get to that. But I am loving this show, and I'm just gonna say, I mean, when it comes, I mean, I'm loving this show. Reasons why? Well, 1, because it's funny. 2, because I can relate to it. And then 3 is I am just entertained where shows are depicting dating, the dating life, the dating scene, you know, because I don't know how you feel, but, you know, dating can be fun, but at the same time, dating sucks, you know, and predominantly this is coming from the woman's perspective, but you also have a nice part of it centered on the male's point of view as well. You know, at the end of season 1, I'm like, yeah, Team Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? Knocking it down, you know, and it's just fun. And I mean, of course I can relate to a lot of the males, but just sometimes even I can relate to Issa, where she just by herself, talking to herself in the mirror, expressing herself, being silly and random with all of her thoughts. I know how my mind runs and stuff like that. So I just really do, you know, like her character. I mean, it's just funny to me. She's at this, well, she quit in this season right here. We got y'all, and we're definitely going to be talking about that, but predominantly white coworkers and stuff like that, and all their microaggressions and stuff that you have to hold out inside. The way she vents that out in her mind, you know, it's like, man, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm a male, you're a woman, I still feel you. We can relate there. And I'm just like really entertained. The cast that she has, the crew, it is very diverse as far as like personalities, and like nobody's the same. You know, you got Kelly over here who be tripping for them. I mean, I'm not in love with her character, but I do like her addition to the show. And, you know, you got Tiffany over here, Molly, and and of course Issa. And I love the relationship that Molly and Issa have with each other. I mean, they're very honest. They do bicker, they do fight and get mad at each other sometime, you know. I like how close they are, but at the same time, they try to give each other space. Like, okay, you know, what you still doing in my house? Or I can't live with you because of the vase back in the day in college or whenever that was, you know. So I'm really liking that. And also just like the dynamic between their relationship and all the parallels, and how Issa is dealing with dating this way. Molly has a completely different way of dealing with it. Tiffany's over here married. You know, Kelly, she's just like, I want to fuck Contrail. What's up? You know, like it's just, you know, you get a mixed bag of everything from all these different perspectives. So I'm just really, you know, loving the show, even though season 3 has not been my favorite. And I have to go ahead and say the season 3 ended a way that I did not expect, especially with the way it started off, which I'm going to be talking about here in just a second. But it was kind of a roller. I mean, I really did enjoy season 3, but it was kind of a roller coaster, you know, because like the first half of it was dealing with Daniel, and then Lawrence came in kind of towards the middle, but then Nathan came through. Well, he popped up in the first episode, and then, and he's coming to the end. And how do y'all feel about Nathan? And also, how do y'all feel about the show so far? I mean, you've already seen season 3, but up until season 3, what was your favorite season? Season 1, season 2, or season 3? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. But how was y'all feeling about Nathan? How was y'all feeling about just everything? Let's talk about it. But at the end of season 2, Issa moves in with Daniel, and I was like, oh snap. That's crazy. And at the very beginning of this season right here, it's a sex scene. They get it in. They get it in. I'm thinking like, damn, Daniel's really giving it to her. But it is not Issa. I think her name was Vanessa. And Issa's in the other, well, she's on the couch having to hear all that stuff. And, you know, she's really not having it. I don't think anybody wants to hear that, you know. I mean, it's fun to hear if you're actually involved in the situation. But if you out on yonder, that's, you know, let me get out of there. So she just starts going around doing lift. And that's funny as hell. It turns into a party lift. And this is where we first meet Nathan. This is where we first meet all the big black dude or whatever. His energy was all the way off just from the beginning. And going to start rolling blunts. When I was watching that, I was like, man, that is the fastest blunt roll I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? He just dip, 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 bam, and he was already lighting it. I'm like, my goodness gracious, you know, he can win an award for that or whatever, or award, whatever. I'm tripping. But it was just funny. And one of the things I like about the show, there's always this like random, silly stupidity. You're like, I don't even know. I guess I could have Googled it if that's ever happened before. But, you know, somebody fighting in the back of a lift like that, it was just funny. And another thing about the show, I'm going to go ahead and skip forward. Like, just like the random silly writing, you know, like okay, so Daniel is he's a producer, right? He mixes, you know, he makes music, all that good stuff, right? And so his boy, he was trying to hook up with Spider, and his boy was, you know, like a flake or whatever, you know, not coming through at the last minute. But at one point in time in the show, he got a phone call and he was like, hey man, did I leave them ketchup packets at your house? And then it like cut to the next scene. That's just funny to me, just stupid. Nobody is ever going to do that. Hey, did I leave I'll hang up in their face. Like, but nobody's going to ask, hey, did I leave some, I don't know. I don't want to assume. Maybe it's really hard for people out there in situation, and they need those ketchup packets. I'm not judging nobody because we all got that drawer downstairs in our kitchen for plastic utensils, syrup, ketchup, all kind of sauces, fortune cookies. I don't know about fortune cookies. Some of y'all may have fortune cookies, straws, toothpicks. We got that drawer down there, and you know all that. So you already know. But I'm not finna call nobody and be like, did I leave some ketchup packets or whatever? But that's just what's funny to me. But about the scene or whatever, I got to talk about this. Like now, Nathan, I respect you, my brother, because you're trying to defend her honor, but you got to think about this now, okay? Like, and I'm not trying to sound like on some whole shit, like, you know, you're not supposed to protect women or, you know, and strangers, and there's a thin line. But I would have handled it differently. I would have been like, Issa, please pull the car over. And then once the car is stopped and I can possibly get out of the car to protect myself, if I'm going to throw his blunt out the window, he could pull out a gun, a knife, and stab me. If somebody's crazy enough just to roll a blunt in the middle of a lift in front of everybody, they don't give a damn. Now I know this is a comedy, but at the same time, I'm just being real. When he threw the blunt out there, man, that could have been it. You know, it could have been it. You know, you can probably fight. He could probably fight better. One quick move, he stabbed you, he shot you. You know, y'all crash. And so I was like, whoa, hold your horses there. Hold your horses there. Hold your horses. But you know, it was funny. And out of all the places that Issa had to stay, she did decide to stay with Daniel. And I like that they had the conversation. You know, she was like, you know, you don't got to F women in front of me. He gave her the heads up text and all that. Then he going over his other girl's crib. She missing him, hitting him up, talking about, hey, I haven't seen you in a few days, blah, 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 blah. And she letting him stay there for free. You know, I mean, he is letting her stay there for free, not demanding anything. I'm not mad at him for, you know, making the move. They do have a pass. And the thing is, like to Daniel, and I don't know why, for some reason, I really wasn't feeling Daniel in the first two seasons. Not that I'm not on no hating stuff. I think I just wanted Issa and Lawrence to work out. But I mean, Daniel, he's a cool dude. He's cool. He really likes Issa. What I was going to say is, Elisa is not Issa. I said Elisa. Her name is not Lisa. Issa is not just a notch on the belt for him. She's not just some smash tool, you know, some good time girl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he really likes her. I think, and wants to be with her if he had the opportunity. So I can, you know, respect his game at the, you know, the very least. You know, I mean, especially at the age I'm at. I'm not trying to say this like I'm 49 or something like that, but you know, I mean, we'll talk about that later. But he really likes her. Well, that's the vibe that I was getting or whatever. And I have to say, this season, there was a lot of her, I mean, him leaning in, trying to kiss her. I'm just like, man, you know, I know you're feeling her, bro, but, you know, I don't know. When I was watching, I was like, pull back just a little bit, pull back, you know, but he did call her out. Hey, you know, what's going on? Why are you here? You know, what's the, cause, I guess his sister or whatever, was like, you know, put that bug in his ear. And, he was like, wait a minute, you know, first time, you know, you saying this, you're saying that, I'm confused. And he's like, yeah. And he went in the room, and that's, you know, he respected her and stuff like that. And it was, sending the head subtext. Now, I will say, while Kelly has not been my favorite, I really started liking her in this episode. But towards the end, she started getting on my nerve again when she was in the office trying to give Issa some financial advice. And she was just putting it down to her, just like, wait, y'all sleeping in the same bed. You're not having sex with him. Are you cleaning? Or are you cooking? Or are you doing this? Or are you doing that? It's like, girl, you getting over it. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I stay by myself. I've stayed by myself. I stay by myself now. I think I've stayed by myself, like by myself alone, no roommates for at least 10 years. I can never go back. My next roommate gonna be my wife, you know, unless by choice, you know, and I'm teasing when I say roommate, that's my wife, but I will never get a roommate again unless it's probably my brother and we get a house, but that will probably never happen. But anyway, enough of that, about me. You know, Kelly was coming, it was something else she was saying too, but at the end of the episode, they were just like, you know, like roommates or whatever. Now, this next part in episode 2 is something that I really like, what I was expressing at the very beginning of this video, is how Issa is around all these white coworkers and she really can't express herself. But I like how they cut away to her imagining her just like, you know, busting out at the seams with the way she feels. She was like, oh, y'all gonna be quiet now, but I've been like an alarm since day one. Beep, beep, motherfuckers, beep, beep. I love that. You know what I'm saying? That's sprinkled all throughout the show right here. And I'm laughing, you know, because I can relate to that. And just like random things of dialogue that her coworkers are having. Like one of them was like, oh yes, I'm on an all dessert diet right now because the sugar kills the sugar and that's how you burn fat. She was like, I saw it on Dr. Oz, this science. And I ain't never heard that before. I'm not a fitness expert. It sounds kind of ludicrous, but you know, all my experts out there, let me know. But I did find that funny. I also find the racist logo funny of We Got Y'all. That was like, it is a white hand, you know, scooping up black people over it. She's like, it's not a racist hand. It's my hand. But I wasn't trying to be racist. I was, you know, trying to, you know, reach out or whatever. And, hey, you had the intent there, but you know, at the same time, you gotta see what how it looks to somebody else, and that spoke volumes to me because she was completely clueless, completely oblivious of how that could be perceived. And then the thing about it is, when it was broken down to her, she still tried to double down instead of just being like, okay, you know, I need to change this immediately. And now we also have where the flaky friend was coming through for Daniel and Spider, and you know, he was trying to do that Nordic Iceland beats. And I have to say, I like what he was trying to do, but I like the version better. Do y'all think his boy, I think it's Khalil? Do you think Khalil should have gotten upset as much as he did? He was really expressing himself with his mannerisms and body language and facial expressions and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, we got another version of it too. Won't you play that or whatever? And so, you know, do you think Khalil should have been that upset? And also, how do you think Daniel handled that situation? You know, let me know. And there was also a shooting there too. And I'm really glad. And I have to say, Issa is a cool ass chick. I gain a lot of respect for her character because she is very, for one, she seems just very supportive. Well, not in season 1, at least to Daniel in this situation. Cause, well, no, I take it back. I don't want to say in season 1 because she did hold it down for 2 years while this dude was unemployed. So I take that back. My bad. But she did seem really supportive. And also, I like how honest she is with Molly all the time. But she did talk Daniel into going to the club. And, you know, because she knew Khalil and they got in. And that pass off that she did, you know, like when they was at the ropes or whatever, that was just super dope right there. So I like that. And the way that the episode ended with Issa and Daniel jamming to his music or whatever, that was a lovely scene right there. I remember watching it just like, damn, this is a nice set scene right here. This is, you know, it was like nice, romantic, and platonic at the same time. It was just like some genuine good shit, you know, like skill. I just felt like I had it. I didn't have to cuss, but I did. I'm sorry, but it was nice. It was just a nice vibe. I was really feeling that. Now I also got to complain about her. Issa is dirty as hell. Why she always eating in bed? She got Cheetos and all in the under the pillowcase. I remember in season 1, I think, where Lawrence had just cleaned up. She gonna go and who puts the plate on the couch and then. So, I mean, she was cutting it like she was saving her life, like she in Squid Games or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on now. And she done spit the pork chop and the green beans and the rice all on the couch. And then she was acting like it was no big deal. Like, I mean, even if I'm by myself and I'm spilled something, I'm going to be like, damn, I spilled something and try to clean it up. She's just going to look at it like it was supposed to be there. Like it was supposed to be a mess. Like, what? I made a mess. That's how it's supposed to be. It was silly. And then she eating cheated. Like, that's, yeah, I know they being extra on purpose. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all can leave that out. But, Daniel and they sleeping in the bed, right? And I'm like, wow, she poured the Cheetos all on her chest. And I was like, okay, like, and so she pouring the Cheetos all over her chest while she was getting eaten out or whatever, right? And so I was like, damn, that's odd. I was like, well, B, you just don't know what people do in the bedroom. That may be a thing. That may be a thing. I'm serious. I'm not joking. People may like to eat chips while they receiving service. So I had to dial it back like, well, hey, different strokes for different folks. B, you're not in everybody's bedroom. You just don't know. People have the right to do whatever they want to do. But I initially I was like, what? But then it's not even what happened or whatever. They're imagining it or whatever. She was dreaming, and I kind of got like a little tickle out of that or whatever. But now Molly has a new job. She's at the black firm, and I'm happy for her. I'm like, yeah, black people or whatever. But it's not all where she cracked up to be. They're using her office as a storage place. They don't use DocuSign. They got a carrier. They don't start meetings on time, and my thing is this. I don't care about all of that as long as I know people are putting a great effort. They're giving it all. They're doing the best they can. They're like, hey, we may not have this, this, and this, but we still deliver. We're doing what we can, and we're trying to be better and improve. And if you want to, grow with us, great. But if they just like on some lazy stuff, just like, yeah, we a bunch of niggas over here. We don't care because we just go trying to do the bare minimum to get by. Then that's some whack stuff. But I don't think that's the case. I just think that Molly, she just wasn't expecting. I'm not even going to be mad at her for that, And later on in the season, I'm kind of jumping forward a little bit. I know that all the girls together was talking about that. She was like, "Are you only judging them this hard because it's an all black firm? Would you judge other firms like this too?" And so, that's just, I like that right there. I like that. Also, I got right here writing down that Daniel keeps leaning in for the kiss, and I got the DocuSign. Also during that conversation, yeah, I think, was this the sexplosion thing? Or maybe that was season 2. I'm sorry if I'm blurring the lines here, but I think it was Tiffany's character. She said the whole, we got to be better or do better stuff. I don't like that talk. I see what I don't like that talk. I'm not going to try to defend her. I just, maybe I'm perceiving it wrong. I'm not right about everything, of course, but yeah, I don't like the comparison to other groups. And that's just kind of like, that's just kind of what it seems like to me, And so, we also got Molly. She's still going to therapy, and I like that. I like her therapist, and I can kind of see the relationship developing much more, between her and her therapist. She's opening up much more, and that's real good. People, do therapy if you need it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. No judgment. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Talk to a professional. You know what I'm saying? Just Google it. Google it right now. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. I feel more passionate about that as each day goes by. You got to talk to people, man, or somebody. Talk to somebody. Talk to a therapist. Talk to God, but talk to somebody. And therapists are there. And so now this is kind of where we are meeting up with Nathan. He comes back and he makes Issa drop the salmon barbecue taco or whatever, and an hour to wait, and they just go jump into a pool or whatever. And I like Nathan's speed, but it's just something about him that's just off to me. I don't trust him. And at this point in time, I didn't even know that he ghosted her, but we're going to talk about that. I don't know. It's just something weird about him, that I just really wasn't vibing. And I'm kind of like in episode 4, I'm sorry, episode 3 and 4 right here, but started episode 5. Issa quits a job. She quits We Got Y'all. She quits We Got Y'all, and they do Molly at the fair. They go to the fair and they do Molly, and Molly does Molly, and Molly does Molly. And that's funny. I've never done Molly before, ever. Never done it before. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity. And is Molly and ecstasy the same thing? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm teasing. You don't gotta let me know. But I've never done Molly before. But I've heard I've heard that from ecstasy. I was gonna say I've heard that when ecstasy, like somebody can just touch you just like this, and it makes you go like, oh God, oh, you know, like that's what I heard. And that's, you know, so they say that like if you know, both parties pop an X pill or a Molly pill, and then you have sex, that it's just supposed to be like the best orgasmic experience ever. I wouldn't know because I never tried. I bring this all up to say is that they was all on Molly, and Nathan was like just touching her arm and leg and hand, and she was tripping balls or whatever. I was like, wow, you know, great acting, great. She did a great job there with that performance. And they end up having sex on the first wheel. I'm not gonna say that's dope. That's dope. I was watching it. I was like, that's kind of cool, right there. That would be kind of fun to smash on the Ferris wheel. You know, they joined their version of the Mile High Club. You know, and the reason why that stood out to me is I mean, I just remember in college, I'd be like, oh yeah, let's go. I never did this, but a lot of people got a high off of going and having sex, like on the middle of the basketball court, in the middle of the football field and stuff like that. Like stuff like that is never like just like, oh, I want to have sex here, here, and here, like a bucket list of places I want to have sex. But when I was watching this, I was like, that would be a dope place to have sex or whatever, you know. And if I mean, I wouldn't plan to do it, but that to me that was just like perfect timing. Everybody was high as hell. They was on the Ferris wheel. They was fitting each other, and they was stuck up there. You know, and so that was just you know, seize the moment, seize the day, carpe diem, you know, and so yeah, you know, it's just I'm just saying, I'm gonna just be honest, coming from a male's point of view, sometimes like, you know, you will get this short window of opportunity to, you know, do what you got to do, and it's up to you to realize it, recognize it, and take advantage and miss out and never get the opportunity again. So I don't know. Apparently, I was just really feeling that part right there, you know. Also, Kelly needs to sit her ass down. She tripping. She fighting white women at the Coachella concert, and her ass gets tased, and she pisses herself, and that was crazy. She wakes up the next day. She's like, you know, they tripping. There ain't no water there, and I forgot. Oh, she's like, why it smell like piss or whatever, you know. And so this is where not Molly, but Issa and Tiffany go to 7-Eleven. She's like, I was kind of getting like we're growing apart type vibes right here. And then before that, they, I think, am I jumping too far ahead? Are we at the baby shower yet? I can't remember if we're I don't think we're at the baby shower yet. But you know, let me put a pin in that right there. But they're in the car, and I kind of felt, we're on episode 5 right now. I got it written down at the very end. And at the end of episode 5, guess who pops up? Lawrence pops up. He pops up, and Chad was like, hey, what's going on? He was like, hey, mother effing sir. And I was laughing, and Lawrence comes around the corner. Look like he kind of been working out a little bit. Look like his arms a little bit bigger, you know. Got the little sponge brush thing going. All greased and oiled up and all that good stuff. And they were smiling and all that. And she's like, hey, Lawrence, what you been up to? And Lawrence been smashing everybody. Lawrence been out there horn, you know what I'm saying? Smashing everybody. Like Lawrence smashing everybody. Issa smashing. Molly smashing. Kelly, well, she want to smash at least, well, off screen. Yeah. And Lawrence got chlamydia. You know, he's smashing. Even when they were smashing on the Ferris wheel or whatever, I was like, I hope they strap him up. You got to strap up, guys. It's important now. It's important. But Lawrence got chlamydia. He hitting up everybody, talking about, hey, you got to get checked. He hit up one chick talking about, it don't matter, we in the sleep together. She was like, damn, you can't keep up with who you fucking? I was laughing. That's pretty bad. But Lawrence has chlamydia, and I hope he did not pass it to, they didn't have sex or whatever, so he didn't pass to Issa. But how y'all feel about Andrew the Asian? Because they made a good point of making that note. But I felt Molly when she was like, I don't want to have to teach him the culture and stuff like that. I mean, I could just never date anyone that's not a black woman. I mean, for that reason alone, and this is just too many single black women out there. It's just like, I don't even want to, yeah, I should, we'd be here for 3 hours me talking about that subject, but, yeah. And so, yeah, how do y'all feel about Andrew? I like his vibe though. I like, he was like, hey, I'm taking you, have you ever been here? I'm taking you tomorrow or whatever. You know, he was cool with it. He was cool with it. I like his attempt at trying to shoot his shot at Miss Molly or whatever. And so now I have right here going to bed and having sex. I don't know what that note means. It's after Andrew is nice. Going to bed and going to bed. Who was this is episode. I can't think of who was going to after the scene with Andrew, because I wrote it down for a reason. So it had to be an important point. Going to bed, and I actually have going to bed and effing. And Daniel wasn't having sex with nobody at this point. I think I know, but Daniel wasn't having sex with nobody at this point. Lawrence wasn't either. They kind of showed the montage of him having sex. Issa wasn't having sex with nobody at this time other than Nathan. So maybe I'm talking about them going to bed or whatever. Chad popped up right here. Now, also, I have to say, did I not write this down? It just popped in my head, but it's important. I have to say, I really like the way that Molly is handling Dro. Now, I don't think that she should be in this situation at all, because her emotions and her feelings are clearly involved. Even if it was not, there is no positive end game to this, besides somebody getting their feelings hurt. They're not going to invite you into the marriage. It's not going to be a three-way marriage. I don't think you want that anyway. I don't think anybody wants that. And so, when Candace hits him, and I'm surprised that when Dro was with Molly and Candace's wife, Carl, he was like, hey, I'm still with Molly or whatever. And so that's, that's interesting right there. But Molly was kind of getting her feelings like, hey, this isn't right. I can't do this. We need to set rules. And I don't think she should be doing it. Not judging. I just don't think she should be doing it. But if she is going to do it, I do like the fact that she's like, look, bro, we need some rules. We need some boundaries. None of this making pancake stuff. None of this spending the night and, telling each other about our day. No phone calls, text. Just, set the appointment. Are you available this time, this place? Wham, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And, y'all clean up and go on about yours. You know what I'm saying? So I have to say that. But Dro was acting like a little tuna sandwich or whatever at this thing, because she just went over there and just to try to say hello. And he was like, oh, is that what we're doing right now? Huh? I can't have my wife and you too? I'm like, bro, come on, man. You tripping. So he was tripping right here. I don't understand what was going on with the shitty diaper game. Like, I guess that's a baby shower game where you put fake boo-boo or chocolate in diapers and tell if it really smells like crap, but it seemed like it did smell like crap or whatever. And so, but that's kind of coming at the end of season 6 right there. But this is right here where Nathan is starting not to call Issa back or whatever. We're kind of getting that. But I was going to say, it was funny to me when Issa went up to Lawrence to say hello and she said hello. Dro was right behind Lawrence and Lawrence was like, bro, all right, move, nigga, you like leave. And he was like, oh, my bad. that was just kind of funny to me. But yeah, Issa's getting calls from the Lyft attorney, or they're trying to do some investigation, and looks like Nathan is going nowhere. So at the beginning of episode 7, Nathan is not calling her back. Issa's singing a song like, I'm not pressed, I don't give a F. That's funny to me, And I want to ask y'all this. Now we're on a date with Andrew and Molly, right? She gave him a chance. And this is my thing right here. Personally, when it comes to me and dating and communicating with women, for the most part, I communicate with women very well, I think so. I can say that. But I'm not going to lie in front to you. There have been times in my life where I made it weird, not on purpose. There's been times where I want to say this, like, I may have been intimidated or something like that. Or confidence may not be where it needed to be. Or what am I trying to say? That's not what I'm trying to say is it's slipping my mind right here. Like, I always just live by the code, like, just play it cool, don't make it weird, don't make it weird. Don't ask awkward questions. But Andrew asked a question right here. He said that, why did you dodge me for so long? And the reason why I wrote that down is because I was like, whoa, me personally, I would never ask somebody that because they're with you now. They had an opportunity to say no, but they said yes and they're with you now. And you don't want to make it weird. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to ask that before, yeah. But just going on with a try not to make it weird situation, that's just not anything that I would ever ask. However, I like the way he asked it. it was I don't know, it was just something about it. Like I was kind of saying to myself, okay, if you are gonna ask, that is the best way to ask. I could be wrong. You know, ladies, let me know in the comment section if you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But it just kind of like stood out to me. So I was like, oh, I got to write that down because I do want to ask the audience, what they think of that. And Chad sat on couch after. Oh yeah, I got to talk about this right here. We skipping forward. Lawrence and Chad, they come back to the crib and they're working out, and I had to write. Chad got his workout clothes on. He's sweating. He sat down on the couch. Even if it's his couch, man, that's just like, we all say, do not sit on my bed with your outside clothes on. Exactly. Man, and you're sitting on your couch after you done worked that. That's no, man, I can't do that. Issa's over here dreaming, and I was talking about, this is the point of the funniest show right here to me, where she was trying to investigate on Nathan, like, why this dude disappeared, right? They had a stalker account and she logged in and the password was changed, and that was funny. But she sent a message talking about, hey, are you single? Something, and she put like a dick emoji. But then she realized that she was still signed in as herself. She's like, delete. I was laughing my ass off. That was funny to me. And so, yeah, I love that right there. Now we got, I said church. Church. Lawrence and Chad are going to church. Chad felt convicted. That was surprising, and, wanted to give himself to the Lord, and that's dope right there. Molly left the date. How do y'all feel about her and the way she's handling her presentation at work or whatever? She took over the account with the Torian. I do think she's wrong for that. I think that she's being petty and she needs to communicate. Because like, Molly, you're not wrong for feeling the way that you feel. You're not wrong about that at all. However, you're wrong because you're not communicating with the way you feel with people that are affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Torian. If y'all can get along and create some type of work relationship to where nobody's stepping on toes and y'all are, all moving up, great. But if you're not doing that, Molly, falls back on you. It does, in my opinion. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that as well. And this, y'all got to talk about this right here. Issa tripper. Issa is tripping balls right here. Cause Nathan ghosted, and she gonna pop up at his crib having Molly with these desserts, and she gonna go in his room. That was straight violation right there. I was like, please be a dream sequence. Please be imagining this, but that is crazy. Come on now. Like, I understand everybody's been ghosted before, or maybe not everybody. It sucks. You want answers. You want closure. I get it, but you just took it too far. You got to move on. It sucks. I know it sucks, but going into his house, trying to log into his computer, looking through his trash, that's just too much right there. That they dropped the ball right there. And so, Issa's going through her options, and then she meets up with Lawrence and they have coffee. And then we at the last episode of season 3 right now. Issa has her birthday. Nathan shows up, but Molly tells him to get the F on or whatever. And then they go to the last dragon thing. And I was laughing right here because Jared pops up, right? And she thinking he was gay. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking that he was gay too. I was thinking that he was with that dude. Because, like, look, if I'm at a little function like this, especially if I'm talking to a woman, ain't my homeboy is not finna come up to me and be like, hey, I'm just gonna let you know I'm headed back over to the blanket. I'm like, all right, nigga, I'll see you over there. Like, I'm like, what do you? Especially with me, even if I was by myself, I'm like, okay, I'll see you later. What do you want? Like, ain't no dude finna do that. And then you talking to a woman, ain't no dude finna, hey, I'm going back over to the blanket. Like, no, that's just, so I was like, okay, that's probably his boyfriend or whatever. But I was wrong. They did that on purpose to set us up, but Molly was looking dumbfounded, like, oh, this dude here done moved on or whatever, and I don't blame him. So I was kind of laughing at that. I laughed out loud, and so I thought that they was gonna have a big fallout right here where Molly did not tell Issa that Nathan popped up, but she was mad and they communicated. And again, I love the way that Issa is being honest with Molly. I just love that. I love that. Nathan meets Issa at the apartment. I was like, Issa, do not kiss him. Do not touch him. Do not have sex with him. if you're gonna take this dude back, you need to don't smash him for months. Make this dude work. I'm serious, man. Make that dude work. Like work. Yeah, just don't give him no affection at all. You know, this dude. And at first I was like, okay, because at first I thought Molly was tripping, but no, this dude disappeared for a month. This gonna pop up? No, you can't just be doing that, man. I feel East on that, and I ain't gonna lie. And also Molly and not Molly, but Lawrence has ended up dating Issa's friend or whatever, her colleague or whatever. So that's interesting. The one that was divorced. And so I did not expect the season to end this way. With it starting out with the other two having sex. Well, no, they weren't having sex. Daniel and Vanessa. I thought it was Daniel and Issa or whatever. But great season. I haven't seen episode 4. I haven't seen season 4, so I'm about to go do that right now. And so, guys, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to my little reaction analysis breakdown of season 3. Let me know all the spoilers on how you felt about the show, your favorite season, what you thought about my commentary, if you're excited for season 5 that's going to be debuting here pretty soon here. So, guys, again, I just want to thank you so much. Before you go, don't forget, and my name is Brandon Keith Avery. That is just my pen. And click right here, guys, for my other Insecure season recaps. Click right here for season 4, and then click right here for season 2, and click right here for season 1. See you next time. Peace.